what's going on. So for those of you that don't know, I write quite a bit actually. I'm going to share something that's not just the cover of something I put together. The Forgotten Medium, Aether, Sacred Vessels, and the Restoration of Frequency. There is a subtle magic in this world, and not the gaudy kind that leaves out in fire and spectacle, but the kind that lingers in the air between people, and the pause between heartbeats, and the weight of an old tool that has been shaped by centuries of hands. Science, they once called it ether, and religion called it spirit. I call it the current. And for most of human history, we understood this current instinctively. The sacred was not a theory, it was the shared breath between earth and sky. The living thread that bound a community, a land, and a people into one flow. And vessels, whether crafted objects, ancestral lands, or inherited stories, carried this frequency forward. They were checkpoints, markers in time, places and things where the current was strong enough to be felt by anyone who knew how to tune in. But time is a corrosive force. Not only does it weather the stone and rot the wood, but it wears down meaning, and the universal begins to be claimed as personal. Greed takes what was meant to flow and dams it into private reservoirs. Land that was once a shared access becomes territory. A relic that was once a teaching tool becomes a prize to be locked away. The function to transmit the frequency is lost under layers of ownership and pride. The wars fought over holy sites are not at their root about God, they are about possession. The true sacredness of a site lies not in its exclusivity, but in its residence, in the way centuries of intention and ritual have imprinted themselves into the stones. When the world was whole, these places were open beacons. Now they are contested trophies, and yet that current never truly dies. Even under the sediment of distortion, the original frequency remains. And it can be restored, but not by reclaiming ownership. Restoration happens through alignment, through tuning the antenna of the self to the wavelength of the universal. Through working with the vessel until your spirit has warmed it again, ignited it again. We can pass these vessels forward not as possessions, but as invitations. And if enough of us do this, we leave behind a lattice of resonance for others to find, no matter how much time tries to erode it. And the lattice that connects us all. That lattice is what I call God. The energy that animates us when we are in the current. The spirit that comes to us in prayer and meditation. That's what I call the Holy Spirit. And to tune in it's not complicated. It's the opposite of possession. It's participation. You want to hear the rest?